Good morning, Ian Crouch with your 8:30 Hunter News update. Caught today for a man accused of leading police on a pursuit through Nelson Bay early this morning. Patrolling officers were alerted to a black Ford Falcon utility being driven erratically on Bagnall's Beach Road at about 3 a.m. They say the driver sped off when they tried to pull the car over, leading them on a chase around the bay for about 20 minutes before the car eventually stopped. The driver, a man in his 20s, was arrested. He's been refused bail to face Raymond Terrace Court, charged with police pursuit, not stop. Police suspect an e-bike left unattended on charge is responsible for a fire which destroyed a house at Tea Gardens last night. Firefighters from Tea Gardens and Raymond Terrace arrived about 10 p.m. to find the single-level brick home in Martin Circuit up in flames. Police say the owners were away at the time. They say the fire appears to have started in the garage, where an e-bike was found plugged in and on charge. Confirmed cases of COVID and influenza are continuing to rise across the Hunter region. The latest New South Wales Health Respiratory Report shows for the week ending June 1, there were 481 recorded cases of COVID, up by almost 70 cases on the week before. Cases of influenza also rose by more than 100 in the latest reporting period to 236 cases. Hunter Water has announced the recipients who were handed a share of $125,000 as part of its Love Water Grants program. The recipients range from schools and preschools to community groups and mainly supports water conservation and efficiency initiatives and projects. Hunter Water's Alicia Fry says it's important to educate locals on the importance of saving water.
To create lasting behaviours that sort of influence change so that we're prepared for conditions that we're not sure about down the track. So future droughts, long-term water sustainability.
Volunteer organisation Riding for the Disabled at Raymond Terrace was among the 18 grant recipients and was handed $10,000 to repair its stormwater system. Port Stephens residents are being asked to get involved in planning for the future use of Tomaree Lodge. The former disability accommodation facility has sat disused for 3 years. The state-owned site costs more than $1 million a year to be maintained. Local MPs and welfare groups have called for it to be turned into crisis accommodation. The state government says it's committed to working with stakeholders to determine the future of the site. The state's Marine Rescue is urging hunter boat owners heading out on the water this long weekend to stay safe. Boaters are being told to check their engine and battery if they haven't taken their vessel out recently and ensure they have the correct safety equipment. Marine Rescue's Dan Dumas says these simple checks can avoid the need for a rescue while out on the water.
With the King's Long Weekend, we're reminding boaters to make sure if they are going out boating that they check their equipment, they check the vessels in good working order, check the engine, battery, make sure they've got plenty of fuel.
People walking past Newcastle City Hall today could be forgiven for thinking time has stood still. Newcastle's iconic City Hall clock has been set to 12 and the chimes turned off after council discovered major technical issues. It says complex repairs are needed, which will take some time to complete.
2NURFM Sport.
The New South Wales Blues have gone down an 11-10 thriller last night at McDonald Jones Stadium. The pouring rain did not stop the record-breaking Newcastle crowd from turning up in droves as they were treated to a dramatic affair. Queensland's Lauren Brown slotted a field goal in the 68th minute to steal victory for the Maroons. Queensland coach Tani Norris says she was delighted with her side's performance.
Yeah, that's true Origin football. It's so good for our game to play a game of footy like that for the crowd and for how well these girls just know what it takes to be a Queenslander and win games like that. I'm so proud of them.
Northern New South Wales football has extended its season by 1 week. The decision was made due to a backlog of washed-out fixtures. A catch-up weekend has been added to the NPL men's and women's competition as well as League One. And Bradman Best is firming for a return next week against the Panthers at home. That's sport. I'm Finn Stevens.
And the winning numbers in Powerball are 2, 3, 5, 14, 18, 20 and 30. And the Powerball is 4. And now you're up to date with the latest 2NURFM Hunter News.